As the 70s roll in, stability around the world has never been as shaky. Interplanetary alliances join together to seek ideological supremacy across both planets. Cultural shifts are uprooting norms that have been in place for centuries. Technological shifts have been changing how the world itself functions. As these shifts occur, life continues in the Seedbearer region, where a seemingly random group of people have come together to try and make sense of the nonsensical. This is Hazeltown's story.
Hello, I'm Bobinator. I am playing Ferrus D'Oterro. He is a raccoon somewhere from up north, and he is a TV nature / history documentarian by trade, which mostly involves going to a lot of isolated places and messing around with the camera.
Alright, I'm Carnival. I'm playing Claudia Lupin, a security expert who dreams to become a master thief.
I am, of course, Deathmaster 780. I will be playing Bob B, a businessman with maybe illegal connections, and also probably Nellis Masters, a college student obsessed with death.
I'm TorpidTypist. I'm playing Iravia, a giant catwoman who could absolutely fucking crush you.
It is the start of a new day. And before we actually start, I actually have some things that I should have done because I'm not used to playing a setting in which I have to actually deal with this. But I forgot to give end of session experience to, I believe it would be, because Carnival, which one of your characters were you playing?
Claudia.
So it would be Claudia? Okay, so for Claudia, let's see. Did you get any, I don't think you got any information from investigating a scene. You didn't set anyone up. You didn't use magic. And you didn't be flashy about not using magic.
Didn't do shit.
I don't think we really got, unless, other than maybe Bobby might be the only one who got experience.
Yeah. Bobby's the only one who did anything last time.
Let's see. Did you use your personal connections to help out with the investigation? Technically, I think you did.
Yes, we went to Jonsson for info.
Though I don't think you used charisma specifically to get something either. That they normally would not. So get yourself one additional point for the face. And let's see. Okay, and then also, yes, you did assist in any investigation using group resources. And let's see, find some way to benefit your group that may or may not benefit the others.
Not this time.
Yeah. So I would also get a point for the agent. Let's see, Iravia. Let's see, assist in any investigation by successfully using your skills from 4 different skill groups. No, I don't think you did.
I didn't get a chance to, no.
And did you encounter a supernatural being? So I just realized I probably need to rephrase that unless someone wants to, unless people don't want to be rules lawyers about it, because I think that means...
you mean me constantly visiting my robot friend who's supernatural?
Yes.
Or, Bibli, who's also supernatural?
So there's a hidden parentheses there that's new supernatural being.
Yeah, it's hidden parentheses, ain't it?
Yep. Okay, so you didn't get anything for that. Let's see, the muscle. Didn't really use physical strength, and that's for either of them. So you didn't do anything.
No, we didn't actually do a whole lot last time.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
there is no experience point thing for starting shit and screwing over your friends.
Yeah.
No.
I would not surprise you if that. I can't remember if that was one of the other ones, but yeah, essentially.
Might be one of the other ones, but it's none of mine.
Yeah. Also, just realized I probably.
Lila's not gonna be happy.
Yeah, we'll find out that because after your meeting with Lind, you've decided to take on her case. You are now looking for essentially what is causing the sources of what she thinks are 4 different hotspots of activity that she believes are from individual relics.
Yeah.
So, you know where 2 of them are. So you know where
believe
Bibli is. Go ahead.
I believe we were going to have a meeting at her mansion because she had a map that show us of where the other ones were, where they all were.
Okay. That probably that would let's see, that would, I'm just trying to double check to make sure. Okay, there, that's what that is. So that, yes. So that's probably what you're going to be doing first thing in the morning. Although not before having a downtime session. I guess I'll go in person, alphabetic order. Ferrus, you have two actions that you can do. You are new to this group. Essentially, or not new to the group. You are reunited, and you are new to this investigation.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
So is there anything or what do you want to do with your two starting actions?
Let me look and see where they are. Can I have a brief reminder what they are real quick?
So you can probably should have that.
Sorry.
Well, no, I'm going to need it for reminders for other people. So let's say you can acquire an asset. You can work on a long-term project. You can relax and recover, which that one you did that, or you're at full, or you can train. Which train you can choose you can choose to add XP to either one of your two or your two like classes, or one of the 5 skill groups.
Okay, can I consider looking for this third relic? We don't know where it is. A project.
That would probably be well, first off, you would probably want to get
Info.
Yeah, info first. I honestly, I would say probably just train twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think what I want to train. I guess I'm going to train my cunning and charisma.
That works. Also, I do looking at your sheet, I do notice that in the muscle you have a free.
I haven't thought about what I want yet.
Okay.
I keep going over. I just don't know what I want.
Yeah. So at any time, if you want to pick it, you can just go ahead and pick it. Okay. With that, I'm going to assume Claudia.
Claudia, so
What do you want to do for your things?
I'm not close enough for XP to be worth anything, so we're gonna start a long-term project.
All right.
Claudia wants to create basically a thieves guild in Hazeltown to act as an information network.
Oh, that's gonna go bad in a minute.
Oh,
Hey.
No, let me. If this is out of scope, you can go ahead and say in detail this, but.
and I'd argue the issue is Bob B, but
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that Claudia does not know about the consortium.
No. And that's what's great.
Kicked in.
So
no. It's good actually that she doesn't know about it, and this happens.
So you're specifically just doing. So what is the scope of the? So when you put in this BBS and you're going to type in what in that header file, what it actually is. What is this thing that you're thinking?
So Claudia's gonna basically just try and align a bunch of like the usual just pickpockets, minor league, no one who does anything super major, and turn them into an information network.
For right now, I'm going to veto that one.
Okay, cool. I wanted to bring that up, but just to like clear that before just trying to do that, just to make sure. So
yeah.
If there's like a gimmick to like make contacts or something, that could be like a smaller version of that.
Yeah.
Sure, I can work with the smaller version of that and build up to then.
Yeah, because I think that method of attack might be a little weird in the way that we're doing this. But yeah, let me think about that, and maybe once you're at this point, I would say I'll veto that one.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go to acquire an asset for just a good quality pair of like lockpicks.
So good set of lockpicks that okay, that can work. So that is one action down. What is your second action?
Let's see. The second action. I guess I will just trade with that one.
Also, I'm going to mark on your before I forget. Picks there. Mark it in your gear. That's you got that. And then you're gonna train.
Yep, just put a trade into wizard stuff.
All right. All right. Bobby.
So, first things first, Bobby is going to use efficiency in motion to give himself an additional downtime activity. And I'm going to put...
Okay. Let me just so efficiency in motion. That is now you use your adaptability to get that from one of the other things. Let's see. Due to your careful planning, you give yourself or another crew member one downtime activity. So, all right.
So, I'm going to do 1 point of training in cunning.
All right.
So now I'm 10.
Okay.
And bump investigate up to 2.
All right.
How much does it take to bring up a skill again? I'm sorry.
So it's every 5.
Okay, sorry, interrupt.
And put the other 2 training into face. So now face is 23.
All right. Iravia.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double train.
That works.
Going really hard in the gym.
Yeah, pretty well. It's funny you say that actually, because I plan on putting points into cunning first off, so I can level my investigate up to 2. Funny
Brain
enough,
gym.
actually.
So just to refresh on a mechanic in this, your resistance underneath each of the 5 things, that goes up whenever you have a point in individual things in that bracket. So if you, instead of wanting to put your investigate to 2, if you wanted to put sabotage or intuit to 1, that would raise your resistance to 2, which that means you would roll 2. If you didn't like the outcome of a roll, you can essentially use an additional die to take some stress to just say, hey, you rolled it.
I mean, but also I like the idea of having more dice.
That also works. I just wanted to remind that is something that is there.
How much is it per training? Like, how many experience I get per training?
1 point per.
Okay, that's fine. I only want to put 1 point in there, so yeah! Whoa! Investigate 2, baby!
All right, and now you get an additional point to put wherever you want.
Let's see. How are my stats looking? Let's see. Oh man, now I'm actually at a loss of what I want to up next.
Yeah, you're kind of open.
I'm also kind of a beast.
How about the muscle? Work towards natural armor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, honestly. Okay, yeah. So 1 point in the muscle.
Yeah, because not touching that. Okay. All right. So,
working out at the gym and also the brain gym.
You're putting on your Walkman and listening to an audiobook of some kind while at the gym. Okay. So with that out of the way, so you were planning on having a meeting with Lind at her house.
So bold of you to assume that Iravia would know how to use a Walkman.
This is true. So that was the initial plan. Is there any other things that anyone does everyone want to go to that meeting? Because one other thing that you might want to consider is that since you already are going to guess that you know where 2 of the other relics are, do you want to go ahead and warn them about that or potentially do something else? Or is there anything else?
I think Claudia's going to take the chance to just, warn Ash and Bibli as a heads up, and then
I was
just because.
warn them after once we know how much she knows.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea actually. So yeah, everyone just head together, I guess then.
Ferrus will point out that he's not sure if they should tell him about Bibli, because he's not sure to explain Bibli. He does not know what Bibli's deal really is, and he's afraid to ask, because that'd be rude.
She's a book ghost.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's close enough.
So I take it everyone we go to that meeting?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up outside the house.
Yep. So, hoping that I have my... So I actually didn't... Or, if I remember... Or, I know where it is. So, in the neighboring town of Oakbrook, in one of the residential areas, you were given the address where the house that she lives in is. As you all kind of decide to meet up in front of this house, you notice pretty much immediately that this house sticks out like a sore thumb. In this neighborhood is a lot of multifamily homes, a lot of fairly large homes. Not necessarily, you would consider it mansions if it weren't for the fact that there are multiple families living in each house. So it's not just one family that lives inside of each. But looking at it, like if you looked at all the houses in the row, the Singway house looks out of place, like a lot. Its styling is just completely different. It looks like its styling was from probably, going back centuries. You can see where that is. Maybe some modern coloring to it, but you can tell that it is an older style of house. And just in general, you can tell that it is a very large house.
Who's?
From the outside, you can tell that it is at least 3 stories tall.
Well, when the group meets up outside the house, Bobby will go over to Ferrus and say, Ferrus, my friend, it's been a while since we've seen you. How are things?
It's okay, you don't need to answer him.
Bob? Oh no, did we lose him?
Can't believe that Bob is fucking dead.
Oh, it needs a sec.
Oh.
Perfect timing.
Oh well, but anyway, so Claudio was like, this looks kind of boring to case.
I bet you these neighbors are making all kinds of complaints about property values.
What are you talking about? This is a nice house. Property values aren't going to be the thing they're complaining about.
Yes, but it's a weird house. People don't like weird.
Lolo, like, how many, like, is this, like, fairly isolated from other houses in the neighborhood, or is it, like,
they're fairly close. Like, it's not like there's, like, it's not, like, suburb close, but it's, like, fairly close. Like, it is probably, I'm bad at distance, but, like, I wouldn't say no more than, like, it's like you're still, like, you can see the next house from standing in front of the other house.
Okay.
And it's like, it doesn't have, like, a massive front yard. It does have quite a big yard. But yes, it is a big house.
Hey, I'm very sorry about that. I had an interruption. I'm here now.
That's good.
What did I miss?
Bobby was coming to welcome you back.
Yes. Repeat what I said before. Ferrus, my friend, welcome back. It's been a while.
Ferrus will say hello back and say sorry he's been so busy. He's just been busy with recording, going out to places too far away from here. Haven't been able to catch up.
Bobby heard you were doing a Halloween special. Is that true?
He says he can't really get into that because, there's such things as NDAs, but maybe something similar.
Bobby says, and winks behind his sunglasses. Well, it happens.
Some kind of holiday episode.
Bobby looks forward to seeing his ads playing on your show.
Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. So yeah, is there anything you want to do before you go and like knock on the door?
Nope.
I guess I'd like to know if there's anything I know about this house that might be important.
Like anything? Let's see. Because you got expertise. Because you'd work. So here's what I would say, based on your expertise and vocation. You have history and you have TV host. What I would imagine, especially since it is kind of similar in the ballpark, it's more weird history than like nature. But you would have heard kind of about like actually we have mechanics for this. So yeah, I would say roll for knowing whether you do.
That is research, right?
That is whatever, if you want to, it is whichever one you pick that you want to try, and I will tell you whether or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
That'll be
research
good.
then. That's an action roll.
So let's see. I would say going through your head, you don't have any specific like research materials on you. Actually, wait, don't you have? Wait, am I looking? No, that is that.
Is it investigate?
No, because I couldn't remember if you had the ability. Oh, I think that's actually your last character that had that ability. Whether or not you knew information about wherever location you were.
I've only had this one character.
Yeah, because I think that was back in Genesis, though.
Man, what kind of loser only plays one character?
Anyway, yeah, just you can roll investigate for that. That would be because you don't have any research material about that. I would say that would be probably normal, or it'd be controlled. There's no threat there, and probably.
I got applied research. I have plus effect. Does it mean anything?
Yes, that would be then normal. Because I was going to say probably.
So it'd be a controlled standard.
Yeah, controlled standard.
Okay, and I don't have any points in investigate, but I have a plus 1d for dealing with my specialist subject. So how many dice?
Well, actually, I thought you were going to use research.
Oh, let me go back then. I'm sorry.
You have 2 for that, so that would be
3 dice, I think.
what is? Oh, because it is yes. So that's rest. Oh shoot. That is so that 1 plus 1d doesn't count, so it'd be 2.
Okay.
So let's see. You rolled a 4 and a 1, so you get a mixed result. So you remember hearing something about this house. You remember hearing that there's some sort of lore behind it. That it is something to do with magic, and that it is a relatively well-known house.
I see. I'll keep that to myself then, because I imagine people already know that.
All right. Is there anything else you would want to know or want to do before you go in?
Nah, I think I'm ready to just go in.
Nothing to it but to do it.
Let's rock.
All right. So, let me just. So, one of you goes up to the door, and you press the door buzzer that is on the door. And you hear for like you hear motion inside, and then after a little while, you open the door, and Lind opens the door up for you. She is wearing pretty standard, like just like a t-shirt and pants, like nothing extravagant when she's inside the house. And she welcomes you in her kind of fancier style. And you walk in, and you notice that it is a pretty elaborate kind of entrance area. Just because it's something I recently played. think about like if everyone remembers what it looks like, the kind of the entrance to the Rovius mansion from Eternal Darkness.
Finally, I see.
Ah, yes.
We're in
Which-
Rhode Island. I get it.
That reference goes over my head,
So-
unfortunately.
Basically, go in the door, you see a large double, like you see two staircases going up to a second floor that goes up lower. You see a door on the left and the right, and
You know
going
the
in the
Spencer
center.
Manor in
Did
Resident
Spencer Man-
Evil?
Yes, that's also another.
Basically that kind of foyer.
Yeah, it's a big house essentially.
Big house for a big woman.
Yeah. So as you go in, you kind of see it as like, oh, hey, it's rather large, and she mentions that, so this is the house. Would you rather get right down to business, or would you rather do a tour?
Business.
Bobby's all about that business.
Ferrus wants a tour.
I want a tour.
Ferrus will suggest they flip a coin.
I guess we walk and talk, I guess.
Okay. So Len's like, well, I suppose I can maybe looking in the house might actually might be a good first thing. So, let me totally not. Let's see, did I have this still open? I did not. Why'd I open my big mouth? There it is. Okay. So she points to her right, you're like to the left, and to one of the big doors to the left. As you go in, you see it is a rather large dining room that could seat probably about 12 people. Actually, probably a lot more than that, probably closer to 15. And as you go into the dining room, there is like a fireplace in there as well. Like a rather long table. There is some tables to the side. It looks like it at one point was relatively fancy, but from what you can tell from the set dressings around here, it is more toned down, and you see just plates that aren't like I forgot what I was gonna say. It looks pretty like a nice set that you would find at like Kohl's or something. They're fancy if you go to your average like Bed Bath and Beyond. They're the nicest set you could find there.
One question: who is leading the tour again? What's her name?
It is Lind Singway.
All right. I would like to tell Lynn that they have a very nice house, and I would like to ask their permission to do an episode here.
She said, she kind of laughs as she responds as like, well, I'd rather not have TV crews in there, but I appreciate your offer. I like it when people are in here, but I'd rather not have, people see the inside of this place.
Smart woman.
Or I should say, rather not just anyone see it.
And especially given the whole bullshit involving your house.
Quantum entanglement, yada yada.
Yes, I'd
Magical
rather
bullshit.
Yeah, I'd rather not have, rather keep it to people who are in the biz, so to speak.
People nod slowly.
I mean, look, the layout of the house is incredibly important, so yeah, I can understand.
She kind of continues. Anyway, past into the dining room, you can kind of see a larger kitchen. It is a kitchen that you could tell at one point was tended to by servants. Although you can tell here that things, as you kind of go in, you can see that it is rather lived in. You can see that it is used, but it's not messy, but it's used. You can see some things kind of just sitting out on the counter. You can see various kinds of cereals, like chips and all that. Kind of nothing like the things you would it's the things you would see in like your quote unquote average house, but like just more so. You can tell that there, just by the number of bowls and such around, that there are in fact still a lot of people that live here, or they just have a lot of bowls, like plates.
I see you have a very lively household.
Yeah. We actually have, I think right now, she kind of goes counter fans. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. About let's see, including me, about 9 people that live here.
I'll ask if she has a lot of room out here.
What was that?
I'll ask if she has a lot of room out here if it gets crowded.
It's pretty. There's spots if I need. If anyone needs kind of time to themselves, there's plenty of space to get it. Yeah, you can also tell in the kitchen that there are essentially walk-in freezer and refrigerator that is in fact rather stocked with all sorts of things. Mostly kind of nothing super fancy, although you can tell that it is from a decent quality like market.
Makes sense. So, how
yep.
many? So, I'm guessing all the important stuff's in the basement.
Not quite. The important stuff would be in my study. That's on the 3rd floor.
Ferrus will ask if we should head there now or later.
This place is large, but it's not exactly. It's pretty simple in terms of layout. If you would like to see it, on the other side of the lobby, there would be where our living room is, and then there is also the parlor in the back. There's also 5 bedrooms, each on the 1st and 2nd floor. And then the master bedroom and my study is on the top floor, or the 3rd floor.
Thinking here. I guess mostly I'm just going to let her lead the way, as long as no one else minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing here worth stealing yet, so.
No.
Bobby does not give a shit. He's just waiting to get the job started.
All right. So essentially, she leads you up the stairs to her study, which is probably, it's a large rectangular room. There is a desk in the back that has a whole bunch of books laid upon it. There are several bookshelves on the sides. And there is a long table in the center, which has a bunch of reference materials on it, where you can see maps and all sorts of other stuff. Also, there are shelves containing objects you would see with magic, various like crystals and kind of things ornated with magical jewels like radionyxes and the stuff you see used for like technomancy and all that. Kind of stuff you would imagine from someone who would study this kind of thing.
Magic bullshit.
Alright, so I guess we should see the map then.
So yeah, kind of you're noticing all that kind of stuff as you walk into the room. As you go into the kind of into the room, you notice that there are several maps. Give me one sec.
Got this, Lolo. I believe in you.
Yeah. So as you go in and see, like you see the maps, she kind of mentions, here's kind of where I have my maps. Now, if you go to, as I might have, I don't know which one of you I mentioned it to, but I'm noticing that there are 4 patterns that I'm feeling that there might be something at least, or 4 relics within the region, or at least within the greater Steinwald area that I am noticing.
Yes, you mentioned that one was on the move constantly and one was seemed to be fading in and out.
Yes.
And where were those located?
Yeah, so the one that I'm noticing fading in and out, that seems to be located somewhere in the Steinwald. There is a more consistent one that I'm also finding in the Steinwald, although it seems to also be kind of on the move as well. There seems to also be one located in Oakbrook here, and also in Hazeltown that I'm noticing is active at certain times, both the one in Oakbrook and Hazeltown.
You ever think maybe some of them don't want to be found?
Well, I'd imagine that some of them probably are fine being where they are, but I would at least want to make sure that they are known so that if anyone did come across it, that they were at least just to make sure that maybe some of them aren't either dangerous or, aren't in trouble, so to speak.
I mean, that's a weird line of thought, but okay.
I will ask if she thinks any of these relics were dangerous.
I'm not 100% certain because I'm not 100% certain what exactly are these relics, what exactly they're being held in.
In my experience, they're people like any other.
Usually, yes, when you kind of come across them, they tend to be like they are very personable, but whether or not that personage is one that I don't know might hold a grudge or something, or if is like I don't know what they could potentially be held in.
Look, I'm just saying, going in assuming they're dangerous isn't a healthy way to think.
Well, they're not necessarily they could be dangerous, but they're not necessarily going to be dangerous. They could be, I don't know, hidden in like a watch or something. Something that's relatively, not exactly imposing. Something like, I don't know, a book or like I don't know, piece of jewelry. Could be even like in some sort of frame or something for a painting.
Look, man, I'm just saying, in my experience, wizards are a bigger problem than relics will ever be.
Hey,
Bobby
You fucking
Bobby.
heard me.
Bobby snorts under his breath.
now out of character. I just want to make sure I'm clarified. Hazeltown one is definitely Bibli, and then the one that's pulsing in Steinwald is Ash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, as you have that conversation, Lynn laughs to herself. Is like, yes, I don't believe me. I know, I know the kind of trouble that wizards can get into, but not necessarily. There might be actually a wizard kind of attached to some of these, which is also kind of the
Oh no.
the problem.
Wouldn't that basically just be a lich?
No, they're not using it as a soul vessel, you see.
Oh, okay.
I will ask, she means one wizard or multiple wizards.
Well, I don't know that. I just know that these signals exist and that probably, they're probably out there. And I just want to know, one, are they okay? And two, if we could help them in any way.
Bobby says, "Can you point on the map exactly where they are?"
Well, that's the thing. I can give you a general region.
That's
but,
fine.
If that's fine, then let's see. She kind of pores over the maps. In Hazeltown, I'm noticing that it is kind of bouncing back and forth between it looks like it's mostly hanging around the residential areas. Could be in someone's house, could be in or could be in one of the, I don't know, businesses around the area. And I'm noticing that the same thing in Oakbrook is also the case. It could be in someone's house, could be, it's definitely close by a residential district. I don't think it's any commercial district. I don't think, it might be in a museum, might be in fact, it's likely to be in a museum or just somewhere where they might have something, ornate stuff.
Let's see. And the ones in the Steinwald.
One in the Steinwald is going all over the place, except for that one that's pulsing in and out. That seems to be located relatively. It's located in one of the. It's odd. It seems to be in one of the more kind of one of the more kind of the more officey districts.
Yeah, that sure is weird, isn't it?
But then the other one is going all over the place. In fact, that one doesn't necessarily even stay in the Steinwald. I think it might be going all over the region.
That invites concern.
Though, the one thing I do notice is that it seems to be the places where it seems to be staying tend to be in more of the if and she points to some places in the Steinwald. The places that I seem to find it the most are actually in more of the recreational districts of the Steinwald, the places where there's like arenas and such.
Huh.
Do you have like a list of dates of like when you get to read those pulses?
I yes, I did kind of make notes on when I found some of them and where.
Okay, I figured that if you said it's in the recreational near arenas and stuff, I might think it'd be a good idea if we just run a check for like different events that might have gone on those days.
And it sounds like we're gonna have to beat some fuckers, which is good in my book.
Well, not necessarily. It depends upon who has them.
I said it's good in my book.
Oh,
You're not gonna win this, so just let her do this.
Bobby says,
all
"Do you have
right.
any more information on the one in Oakbrook besides it's in town?"
Yes, actually, it seems to be. I've noticed it actually more active at night than in the day.
Hmm.
And actually, the same for the Steinwald, the one that keeps on going around. It seems to be mostly at night that those two are active.
Fascinating. Well, Bobby's all out of questions. How about the rest of you?
Nah, I know where I'm looking.
Yeah.
Ferrus is willing to go wherever you guys go first. We should probably all stick together, so he's just.
Oh, I mean, I was going to the townhouse one because that means if it's in a residential area, that means it's time for some nice stealing.
And I was just gonna go beat the shit out of people, but you know.
Ferrus will suggest we just talk to the people there. Why couldn't we just do that?
What's the point of going to an arena if you're not gonna beat someone's ass? Exactly.
But yeah, like I'm going towards the Oakbrook one.
Well,
That's
the thing is, right now is God.
So that's the problem with the Oakbrook one is we don't know where it is. Like
True.
the instructions were basically it's in town. That's all she knows. She could not narrow it down any further than that.
I mean, are we away from Lind at the moment, or so?
No, you're still in our study.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess because I was gonna out of character. It's like we have the Magellin cameras. We can just track it that way.
Well, the thing is, though, about those cameras is that you would need to figure out where you want to place them first.
Yeah, this Oakbrook, from what sound, is like the smallest of the three towns and cities in the area, but it's still big.
I was going to say, you're still dealing with, like, imagine, like, you're dealing with a city that's probably, I don't know, maybe a suburb of, like, it's still like imagine like a suburb outside of Chicago or like one of the, like a major city. It's
Okay.
still pretty, like, almost imagine like the size of like a boroughs in like New York.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it's not like one or two buildings. You're dealing with a you're dealing with like an inner town square.
Okay.
Now, I do have an idea for how we can track this thing down in town.
And how's that?
Wait until after we're out of the house and on our way before we get to that.
All right. So do any of you still have any questions with Lind while you're in the study?
Not
Not
right
particularly.
Nope.
All right. So she essentially is like, well, this is what I got. If you need any information from me, I will be here and, still, if you need me to look for anything, I can help you out with that. But yeah, in general, that's kind of what I have so far. I know it's not much, but maybe with that you can find something.
Maybe.
Oh, good luck, folks.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Bobby shakes her hand.
All right. See ya.
All right. She escorts you out of the house, and you are now in front of the house.
Well, that was vague.
Yeah, but I figured that was what we got.
That was a good.
Ferrus will ask if you think that she's hiding something from us.
No.
Nah, she has secrets, but Bobby's not concerned about them.
Like, this is this is something of academic interest to her. She has no reason to hide from this.
And the good news is she doesn't seem to know jack shit about Ash and Bibley, so that's not much of concern.
Rafi, you were saying something?
No.
So, which one do you think we should try and tag first?
I mean,
Bobby's-
obviously the one that's easier to get to.
I mean, yes, but like,
Bobby
So-
proposes we tackle the one in Oak Brook since, well, we're here. He waves his hand around.
And I'd rather take care of the one in Steinwald, but you know.
Well, you can go do that if you wish.
You don't exactly have a whole lot to work off of here, at least.
No, but Bobby knows where to start. After all, we have a friend here in town who deals in the supernatural.
oh wait, that is right. I forgot she lives out here.
Oh, that's right. She does live out here, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess we can ask her then.
All right. So I
Probably
take
best
it.
if I was there.
Yeah.
So
Sophie.
yeah. So I take it that a group of you are going to go visit your old friend Sophie the ghost,
Mm-hmm.
or Sophie the nymph, rather.
Yeah.
I don't
Wait.
believe I met them.
Wait.
You
I
met,
don't-
actually, yeah, you met them. I think you were there for that. She came to the office at one point.
Wait.
After we got Ash.
Hold on. Actually, speaking of Ash, did she get absorbed by Ash?
No.
Okay, she's not
No.
living. Okay, right. I
We
couldn't
went to her
remember.
for
if-
advice about Ash, but not to get
Yeah.
absorbed by Ash.
Okay.
It's Ash and the ghost necklace.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, those are the two. Okay. So, one thing I will say is that Sophie usually would only be around only be open to talking to people if Martin was still around, or if Martin is there, but he is, working his grocery store job because it is still the morning.
Oh, in that case, I guess we might as well case the other spot and then just leave
No,
a
the
phone.
other spot is at night.
Oh, well.
At night. Everything is at night. Bibley is only out at night.
Well, technically, you can get Bibley out anytime you want. It's just you can only do a scrying session at night.
Hmm.
But she is still there in the library.
I'm sure Sophie would talk to me.
I mean, we can give her a phone call, maybe?
Sure.
Though you could also actually what you could do is probably stop by the grocery store and then talk to Martin real quick, and then he can phone home real quick.
Or
Sure.
call the
why-
grocery store to talk to Martin. That's back in the Steinwald.
Well, the grocery store is in Oakbrook.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's in the
specifically
Steinwald.
Sophie who works in the Steinwald.
No,
Correct.
Sophie. No, Sophie used to.
Yes. We made
She's
sure
still
that.
at. She's still at. She's still at Martin's place in Oakbrook.
Oh, I thought she got her job back. Hey, well, sucks to be her, I guess.
No, she didn't get her job back. That's why Olin was
Yeah.
pissed.
Yes. She did get a job offer from Bobby.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and call Martin and say, hi, don't worry, no problems. A job puts us in the area. There's another magic thing happening that isn't, so we're just asking for some information.
Okay. So at that case, you talk to Martin. Martin's like, okay, that works. He'll call home, and basically he sets you up that Sophie will talk to you.
Yay.
He basically tells you where the key to the house is, and just to say a special phrase when you get into the door.
All right. And head to the house then.
Okay. So you go to the. Or did anyone else want to go somewhere else?
Nah, if it's still the morning, we can't do the other thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead.
Yeah, do what we can while we can.
Okay. Ferrus, I take it you're just kind of hanging around?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow with them.
Okay. Okay. So Yep, you go in and you basically go in. You tell Sophie that you're there, and you see Sophie appear in front of you as a presence. She is like, yes, how can I help you?
Howdy,
Yeah, so
ma'am.
if you see any weird shit happening lately,
Not here or anything.
we're looking for a cursed object, and we were wondering if you might have any idea about it.
I don't really have. I mean, I've mostly been here. If you're wondering, the only places I've been have been the park to revisit the colony and to the in here. So I can't really think of any other place.
I
Bobby.
will ask if anyone we could talk to that might know what we're looking for.
And unfortunately, it is just me and Martin that I have been in communication with, other than the Sylph colony. So I can't really think of really anything in terms of what exactly are you looking for? What you think might be a Sylph or a nymph, or are
It's a
you?
relic,
It's
actually.
a relic. So I guess, have you felt any pulses recently?
Oh, relic. Oh, not that I can recall a relic. That's a
Well,
little bit different than. That's a little bit. She looks like she's having or a little bit of a trouble trying to figure out how to phrase something. It's not. That's not quite the the scope of sylphs and nymphs. So I don't know how much I can really be of help. But if I guess I can keep an eye out.
I will tell her that we would appreciate if she does that.
Also, DM,
Yeah.
what have you been trying to say? I'm sorry.
no, you guys kind of said it already. Although, Bobby says, "Are you familiar with the Singway family who live here in town?"
I think Martin might have. I believe me and Martin might have watched or listened to something about it, but nothing that I've heard that name before, but nothing specific.
Hmm. Well, they seem to have a special ability to track down relics and whatnot.
Oh, do you think they might be looking for? Is it specifically relics, or are they also looking for?
Relics. It's
Sylphs and
specifically relics. You're fine.
okay.
Yes. Although
Uh,
if she could find the relics, she could find you, maybe. But we'll see.
Probably not. No, relics are a bit of a different situation. Though we didn't tell her about the ones we currently know about, so that's fine. Yeah, no, because there's been a relic active in the area at night, and we are on the lookout for that. Specifically around here in town, and at night.
Well, I haven't noticed anything in particular, but I don't know what exactly I could help with, but I'll keep an ear out for things at night if anything seems a little odd.
Bobby may have an idea.
Oh?
Who wants to go see to a museum?
Sure.
Oh. Oh, out of character. I think I know what you're doing. Okay. Um, well, Sophie is like, well, that'll be something that you will have to do. I will be staying right here.
Yeah, good luck being
Indeed.
unemployed.
Well, as always, that offer still stands.
I will be fine right here.
Yeah, you know what? That's smart. You're very smart.
Anyway, thank you for your help. Have a nice day.
She
Oh,
waves
boy.
goodbye.
Can't wait to expense some museum tickets.
Bobby just looks at Robbie and shakes his head. You've clearly never worked for me before, or you wouldn't be saying such things about me constantly.
I probably have indirectly at this point, let's be honest, but
Bobby takes care of his employees.
I'm sure you do. I just don't trust your work.
Don't trust
There's a
burgers?
difference. Yes.
You've had my burgers.
burgers.
You denied the taste of the burgers?
Let's just go to the fucking museum.
All right, we
I will
gotta
just-
deal with the fact that you might have outed her to Lila to her ex.
Oh, I wasn't
So-
going to Lila's museum.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what museum were you thinking of going?
Oh, you said there was one in town, and she mentioned that was like one of the places it could be.
It could be, yeah.
To be fair, the bomb probably hasn't dropped just yet.
Nope, probably did not go the immediately after
Yeah,
that.
no. She's a woman of luxury. She'll take her time. It's fine. And don't worry, I'll be the first person to fucking know. I can guarantee it.
Good luck.
Yeah, worse people have tried to stop me.
So I'm guessing, is this museum like fancier than the one than the
It's
No.
probably smaller. Yeah,
It is a
if
lot
it's-
smaller than one of
Yeah,
the
if
ones
it's
that
not
are.
in the Steinwald, then it's definitely smaller.
This is a local museum that usually has rotating like exhibits, and just um, like I don't know. Since it is around, like it's probably after October. It's like in November at this point. The museum is mostly probably about local history.
Yeah, figure it'd be local, some general stuff, but also whatever they have on loan at the time.
Yeah,
And what do they have at the moment?
that's a good question.
You're saying it's not an exhibit from China?
No, it is not by chance an exhibit from China. Weirdly, that you're
No.
specific about that.
It's fine. We haven't gone to the gravel quarry yet.
Uh,
Or the warehouse.
so I'll do this since I'm just going to spoil it. It's not at the museum. As you go into the museum, like you take a look at the museum, and it's starting to get a little bit closer to afternoon as you kind of go around. You do see that you kind of go through, and nothing particularly catches your eye.
Yeah. I was mostly hoping that Iravia's magic sense would find something.
It does not.
Nah.
I'm actually gonna go up to the local curator and actually
All
ask
right.
him. So have there been any local stories recently in regards to strange objects? Any rumors?
Nothing in particular. Like you get everyone kind of you get everyone thinks that they got some weird thing in their like basement that's been lent down in families, but nothing like actually substantial.
That's a shame.
While Iravia is talking, I want to bring up an idea with the others. I'll tell them that if I wanted to, I could suggest, like, use my fame to kind of clear out the museum and give us more room to look around. Say we're doing an episode here and I need the room.
No.
Keep that in the back
Got-
pocket.
Yeah, Lolo just flat out told us it's not here, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that's an idea, but also just as if you want to do that, I would say maybe do that in a spot where you'd have a little bit more like an inkling of where you think it might be. That would be an idea, but probably not best to drop that quite yet.
Got it.
Okay, well, it's a shame you got nothing to work with. I was hoping you might know a thing or two about the area, given the Iravia just gestures towards the local exhibits.
Well, I don't know, because if you're looking for strange objects, I'm not exactly certain what kind of. I mean, we have very unique objects, but nothing like I don't know exactly what you mean in terms of if you're looking for cursed objects. I unfortunately can't help you out.
Know anyone I could talk to?
Not that I can think of. Unfortunately, I am just mostly here for the history of what's in the museum at the moment, but not so-called cursed objects.
Okay, I was wondering if you heard any like local legends or anything weird.
I'm probably not the best person to talk to about that. I was thinking cursed things. Like, what kind of curses are you talking about?
Spiritual attachments, let's say.
He goes to think, well, I think that there's actually, if I'm thinking of like spiritual like relics or kind of thing, if I remember correctly, I think actually there's a member of that kind of famous Singway family that lives in the region.
Yeah, we're working for her.
Well, unfortunately, I don't really hit. She's probably the best person to talk to, and if she can't help you, then
you know what,
I
man?
most certainly
I
can't.
appreciate it. I appreciate the help.
Well, thank you. And we don't have the things you're probably looking for, but we do have some very nice objects in this museum at the moment.
Yeah, none of them are terribly magical, and some of these are a bit inaccurate, but you know, you do you.
Thanks.
And look, I'm not gonna steal from a museum unless it's like the British Museum.
Nobody thought you were going to steal. You don't say that out loud.
No, but we're talking about the British Museum has a bunch of artifacts that have been stolen from people's places.
I'm not talking about the British Museum.
Ferrus will note that we probably don't have time to go to the British Museum, but maybe keep that on the list.
Look, man, I'm just saying some of these little historical bits are a bit bullshit, but you know.
Oh well, thanks for curating. This is a nice spot. Bye.
Thanks.
Also,
Bobby just shakes his head.
Iravia just points to one of the local items on loan. Yeah, that's fake. Later.
Bye.
I will turn and apologize for their behavior. They're just like this.
It's true, though. It is fake. I know. I've seen the real thing.
The curator just waves at you as you hopefully leave.
Bobby just shakes again, and once they're outside the building, we'll just look at Iravia and Claudia and say, "So do you two just say whatever comes to your mind immediately?"
Yes.
I'm gonna tell them that if I get kicked out of there, I'm gonna blame it on them.
I mean, it's fine. You just disavow us. It's okay.
That's our job.
Look, man, I'm not the one who's implying they were gonna steal from the place. I was just correcting him, okay? It's true. That item was in fact fake.
And I'm just saying, if I'm going to steal
some of those
from
historical facts are wrong. It happens.
Bobby will roll his eyes and whisper to Ferrus, "I want to go get a beer while these two argue."
He will decline. He would rather not get drunk in an investigation. That could go
it's
poorly.
Not my fault that people write the wrong shit down.
Well, and this is seems to be an ethically sourced museum. There's no point in stealing from it unless it's like you're stealing stuff to give back to people who have.
But you're not supposed to mention the stealing bit to their face.
That's how you make it exciting.
By getting kicked out?
No, you make them on edge, so that then they go, that they then start seeing jumping at shadows. You see.
You know what? I like you.
High five.
Iravia high fives her.
All right. With that, I would say that it is getting rather close to the afternoon, so that is probably going to do it for that section. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you'd like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.